Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle. Just looking at the time. I am here to do a love reading for anybody who happens to come across this. Um, I, I have to head off to my job in a little while, but I had a little bit of time and just been on a roll this morning, so thought I would just pull some cards for any of us who might be curious about what might be coming in for love, what we're dealing with. Redbeard is back. Hello. I'm feeling like I want to start with the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. So I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just going to pick cards and see what comes out. Not even doing a real official spread. So we start with the Lady of the Lake. I love this card. It says absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. Any situation, and JoJo is here. Yes, we are complete now. um, yeah, yeah, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. Whatever you've dealt with in love in your life, I feel like this is you. It's it's either telling you to take responsibility for your part in things, or you're already doing this. Having the courage to look at yourself, your oh, Kitty's getting crazy. We got some kitty confirmation here. Once the love reading started, she's like, "What? Yeah, okay." um yeah, it takes courage to look at ourselves, to look at our own patterns and where we might self-sabotage, or sabotage other situations, and having enough self-respect to say when you are not willing to put up with certain kinds of behavior. And the stag, leadership. God, this every I feel like every time I pull this deck out, this card comes out. um, Pride and leadership, not letting pride get the best of you, but also having pride in who you are and everything that you have learned up to this point. And when you can just have pride in you being you, that makes you naturally a good leader, because you're being authentic to who you are. You're standing in your own power, in your own understanding. And it's a quiet kind of leadership, a quiet kind of power. It's not a power over anyone. It's just being your most awesome self. And then people are naturally drawn to you. Forgiveness. Yes. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others. Not easy. Not easy at all. When you feel you've been slighted, or you get really down on yourself for being like, how the heck did I let myself get into a situation like that? Um, it can be challenging sometimes, but forgiveness is it's the goo be gone. It's the thing that gets you unstuck, that wipes away all the remnants of adhesive that keep you getting stuck. It's creating that clean slate. And I always say this, but it is not necessarily letting anybody off the hook, including yourself. It's just understanding that we're all doing the best we can with what we have in any given moment. And is that's what being human is all about. We learn, we grow, we don't even understand what the heck is happening until we look back and go, oh, maybe I should have done things differently. You know, um, we do our best, right? Fear. There's some fear here. Fear, courage and fear. Courage is the ability to move forward despite the fear that you feel. feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Fear will always be there. Fear is a part of what helps to keep us safe sometimes. We fear getting hit by a bus, so we look both ways before we cross the road. Hopefully, if you're paying attention. Um Fear is not something fear is meant to be a tool. It's not meant to hold you back. It's meant to be examined, and then you be the hero. You feel the fear and then you create a strategy. You create what you're going to do to move forward despite the fear, and let the fear guide you. The deer, fear and the deer. And the deer and the stag as well, um, which is all about gentleness and diplomacy. Um, and I think this comes, especially being here with the stag, it's like this is about being a good leader. A good leader is very diplomatic, takes everyone's considerations into no, everyone's ideas, opinions, um, things that they have to say into consideration. And being, having a gentle hand in how you, um, words are escaping me, how you implement your action, your strategies, how you take action. The best leaders are the kind and diplomatic, diplomatic ones. Diplomatic people who have dimples. Do you have dimples? Are you diplomatic? And letting go. Oh, letting go. Underneath forgiveness. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough, isn't it? Letting go. I have I have a hard time with that. With that concept, because it's like it's something that you can do actively. It's that idea of holding on so tight and you just need to like open your fist, like allow, let things flow. It's a surrendering, but you can't just, if you are holding on to something, if you're feeling really strong feelings, you can't just let it go. To me at least, that often equates to stuffing it, and we don't want to stuff anything. We want to, maybe, in terms of letting it go, offer it up to offer it up to your higher power. If you're having trouble forgiving anybody in your life, including yourself, maybe actually ask your spiritual entourage for that assistance. I swear to God, sometimes I literally say out loud, please help me. I cannot do this by myself. I can't forgive this person. I can't forgive myself. I don't know what to do. Help me. And understand that there will be assistance. Your your spirit guides, angels, whoever's there, they can't do anything because you have free will. So you have to actually tell them what you want. And I feel like every single time I've been in that position where I've actually said, please help me, within a couple days, usually it does not take very long, I get some kind of something. I feel more at ease, more at peace. I get some kind of message. Somehow things work out. So, anyway, yes. Fear does keep you alive. Yes, it does. Fear is really important. But there's also that acronym, false evidence appearing real. Fear isn't, sometimes we fear things from that we learn to fear in our childhood that aren't relevant in our adult life. So it's just, it's looking at that, doing that introspection, taking responsibility, looking at the absolute truth of a situation. Byron Katie has a whole thing of, um, do like when you're dealing with truth, dealing with what you think you believe or what you think is actually happening and getting to the core of that. Is it true? Is it really true? Like you ask yourself these questions and then you turn things around. Like if you're saying, well, this person did this thing to me, then you change the sentence. An example, so and so was an asshole to me, right? And then you turn it around, you say, well, I was an asshole to so and so. Or you could even flip that and be like, so and so was really nice to me. Like you start to, or where have you been an asshole to someone else? Anyway, excuse my French. Um, I felt like using the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot just because it's so much fun to say. let's let's finish off here with what's going on. We've got the 10 of Cups. I mean, we're talking about love here, right? Like this is a huge cycle of feeling the fear, forgiveness, letting go, coming to a place of um feeling like you can be diplomatic, especially with when you're dealing with an ex and there's a lot of big feelings. It can be difficult to get to that place, but you're doing the work and you're coming to terms with what's happened, and including taking responsibility for your own self. And here you go, moving to a place of like ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is as close to happily ever after as it can get. This is you opening yourself up to the good things that the universe, that your spiritual entourage wants to send you. Taking away that energetic umbrella. I was just talking about this in a reading this morning. Um, you have really good things coming in. So exciting. Page of Swords. Um, this is communication. This is something new. Someone new, perhaps? Maybe someone's spying on you as you're going through this whole kind of process of growing and changing and releasing, letting go, all the things. Be especially because you're coming into this place of being more of a leader. You may not even be trying to, but you're ending up in the spotlight, and somebody's noticing you. Somebody sees you. This can be a card of like spying. um but like, it can be social media. It's This 10 of Cups could be coming from someone um who has their eye on you. King of Swords, Page of Swords, King of Swords. I think this, because of the progression here, someone, they could be communicating. They could be like, "Hey, I think I think you're really pretty cool." And little do you know, it turns out they're this king, this somebody who's very, very good at expressing themselves. They might not be the most emotional person ever. Um, they have emotions. They just know how to compartmentalize really well. um, but I feel like this is someone who has a lot of respect for you. King of Swords. He's all about the truth. He's all about the facts. When he makes those pros and cons lists like nobody's business. And if if there are more pros than cons, he's on it. He knows how to cut out what he doesn't want. He's all about strategizing. I feel like there's there's somebody coming in who communicate they've got some kind of offer, and it turns out that they're pretty solid in who they are, and want to offer this new beginning. Ace of Wands, new passionate beginning. This King of Swords, I mean, um, yes, somebody with a long sword or wand, or well endowed in some other way. And the devil. The devil. A new beginning with a devil. Really? What is this devil? It could just, this person is really into you. And by the way, like, we have the page and the king, like, this, it doesn't matter what their gender is. There's somebody here who's really into you, sees this, you know, like, happily ever after with you, and and y- you've got them thinking thoughts, thinking thoughts of things they would like to do with you. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The Hanged Man. I think there's a time of waiting. There's a time of gaining new perspective. Maybe you're not quite ready for this yet. Maybe they're coming on really strong and you're just like, well, I don't know. I'm realizing I probably need to, yeah, I gotta tie, I gotta close this up, close this out. What am I saying? I gotta end this reading because I got to go. But Hangman's good because it's about gaining perspective, surrendering to a situation, and having patience. Both of these, both of these cards are about, it's kind of the like to be continued cards. Someone's coming in, you're not quite ready, potentially. You're still going through your stuff, still healing, but um, through taking the time to gain new perspective, have a little patience, I think things are going to work out really well. Let me just pick one more. The Empress. All right. I love that this ended on the Empress. So this is you coming together with someone, and it's beautiful, and everything that you could ever want. Maybe this is you kind of leveling up and coming to this place where you're like, someone makes you feel like a natural woman. I'm not going to break into song, but um, or if you're a man, you feel like so nurtured and cared for. Or maybe this is someone coming in that you just want to, like, they prove themselves and you're just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll cook for you. Because she's got her little egg here, heart-shaped egg, gonna make you some eggs. You're gonna make her some eggs. Anyway, this is beautiful. Things are moving to a good place, and just keep doing the work, feeling the fear, owning your crap, and you're gonna get to someplace amazing with someone amazing. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.